Yes, welcome to all three of you. This is my vehicle, 1988 Nissan Skyline R31 Ti, and today we have a minor dilemma versus yes, ye old stuck brake caliper. So what we're gonna do today is ignore my bad alignment and pull off these giggity calipers and re-grease the bearings because, well, I'm gonna have it half apart, so why not? First steps first, center cap removal. Yeah, schmoove and a hoof, hoof and a schmoove. One thing I don't recall ever showing you guys is my coilovers. Look, I haven't done an overview of the car or anything, so obviously you're like, huh? Yeah, I put those in a while. I've had them quite a while, actually. They were in my Bluebird, and obviously when I parted the Bluebird out for the Skyline, well, instead of selling them to make money, I kept them to save money. You'll be like, ooh, shiny, it looks like you've got a leak there, pal. You. Or in a better light, you. Good old high pressure power steering hose. Was going to fix that today. What? Yeah, boy. Just pointing out, not necessary to remove your wheel spacers to do your calipers. It's just I'm pulling it all apart to re-grease my bearings as well. So yeah, that caliper's pretty fucking seized on there. Yeah, boy. If I'm not mistaken, this one's actually good for the bin, this caliper. It was showing signs of wear, and instead of rebuilding it, I put it on the car. Yeah, that's... Can you all hear that? God damn. Look, I have many calipers to suit an R31, so I wasn't overly fussed at my frapped out one that copped a flogging on my Bluebird, because, you know, R31 brake upgrades is an upgrade for Bluebirds, and it's, you know, standard to this car, so I was like, yeah, slap it on. It's got upgraded pads, but not that you can really see anything right now, but they're not the greatest, so I'm just going to throw it all in the bin and start again after I rebuild some calipers. Happening in not this video. Righto, so here we have another 31 caliper. It's filthy. Do I know these work? Yeah, I guess. Well, okay, these are the ones, that and another one there is what came on the car. Were they working at the time? Yeah. Why did I take them off? Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know. Maybe because I wanted to put the red ones on, because, you know, red calipers means faster, boy. Look, yeah. It's going back on. But what I don't know about these dudes here is that nipple going to break, or will it work so I can bleed them? So, I guess that comes loose. What's that, probably a 12 or an 11, something dumb like that. Let's try 11 one-handed. No, 10, Oakley dokley. The other calipers are an 8, so you never know. Hey, Quadlock. Tripod would be cool, man. Just saying. Yep, look, I need both hands, boys, so, yep. Yeah, boy. Would you look at that? Oh, wow, that feels confidence inspiring. Yeah. Yep, well, look, it loosens up. It'll probably bleed. Let's find out later. What a clean drain pan. Look, doesn't look horrible. More favourite. Yeah, boy. Re-greasing those bearings after probably 2 or 3 years of, you know, not greasing them. Look, clean them up. They look good. No weird noises or anything. No chunks of goo just, yeah, old grease and everything was half apart, so you might as well, right? Alright, so obviously it's a very clean job. I can highly recommend you wait until your partner does the washing and then you grease your bearings and then you go help her fold the washing while your hands are still greasy. That will definitely end up in you having a good old time. No, but in all seriousness, rubber gloves are your biggest homie G. So yeah, that's 2 bearings done, obviously inner and outer for one side. That caliper's just, you know, sitting there, and this is the goo that's coming out of it, so, you know, high qua, right? High bloody qua. Alright boys, so I'm gonna finish putting this side back together. Well, and by that I mean put old grease nugget over there back in, slap her on the car, tighten up the spec. To those wondering, like, oh, you got an S13 front end. No, I don't. It was purely all R31. If you can see my cracked ball joint and tie rod boot there, hold your horses, we're getting there. Will it be done before GTR Festival? The tie rods maybe. Don't bloody, you know, count your life on it. But what I can promise is it will be done by, you know, the end of the year. Go team. Look, if there's anyone who works for a parts company who wants to perhaps sponsor me some ball joints and some tie rod ends and some control arm bushes, or just some front end bushes, or hell, hey, white line, that's a stock sway bar, we don't like that, you know. We're trying to, you know, replicate a GTS2 here despite the coilovers. You know, help a brother out. Wink wink, nudge nudge, please help me. Once again, Quadlock, if you're listening, that was a satisfying and mildly amusing noise of that squelch of that going back on. You know, the viewers would have seen and heard it if I, you know, could grow a third arm and hand, or, you know, some form of phone holding magician, you know. Anywho, that's got grass on it, we don't want that. No sirree, Bob. Now she's clean. Alright. Now, rule of thumb, if you're building something such as Aussie built Skyline, Commodore Falcon, that sort of stuff, that's tightened to spec. So just fucking slap your wheels on, caliper, you don't really need that. Yeah, you're done. No? Best way to test it out is, you know, drive it at a high speed. Preferably you're in a 40 or a 60 zone and you're doing double the limit. That's a way to do it. Don't listen to me. Yeah, righto lads, so you're probably wondering, hey, Mr. Ballsack, how do I know what the torque is? How do I know if it's tight enough? Well, if you're smart enough to know that I was taking the piss in the last clip, you know, I suggest good show. So, obviously, when you test a wheel bearing, you look for a bit of play. Now, I don't know if you can see, absolutely not, because the lighting is about as good as inside my shoe with a foot in it. Look, I have play in my tie rods. Again, later problem. But yeah, nah, look. I would assume there's a torque setting. I don't know what it is. Do I have a service manual? Yeah, I do. It's inside the house. And that's where it's going to stay. But no, I've always had good luck with you tighten it to a feeling. Obviously you don't go that tight where it's, you know, locked up, nor do you go that loose where you do that and it just keeps spinning for, you know, 6 to 8 business months. But to me, that looks alright. Also, am I a qualified mechanic? No, I'm not. So if you are, and you're like, you're doing it wrong, good for you, I guess. Let me know. Alrighto, fellas and fellarettes. Dust cap's on. Now we're putting this caliper bracket here. Make sure you torque it to spec. You know, click. Yep, she's torqued to spec, good to go. Just double check, click again. Yep, she's good. How good's that, boy? Yep, click. Make sure you do the click. Yeah, right, so I got this here squeal free goo. Just put some on where the pads are going to sit. Just realised that you guys were staring at absolute nothing. There's a bit there, brilliant lighting. Then you get your pads. Obviously these are nice and second hand, sort of. I mean, they came with the car, they were already fitted to the car when I made purchase of the V-Hail. Good show. Then you put your caliper on, and yeah, so caliper goes kadonk like that. You can bolt it up if you want, it's optional extra, I guess. Righty old chaps, the caliper is on, tightened up. I have cracked the bleed nipple, so let's just hope it can gravity bleed a bit while I'm doing the other side. It's going to be the exact same job, so why film it twice? Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed my very poor effort of filming. Please sponsor me. To you know, we'll get there. How's that? Just a PSA. I know most of this was a bit of a piss take about, you know, leaving things loose, but in all seriousness, make sure you tighten things to spec, or if you have some form of experience, you know, a rough feeling of, you know, what's good. PSA number 2, wheel spacers. If you're running them, tighten to spec. Can't really stress that one enough. If your wheel comes off your car because you didn't tighten things to spec, well, there's optimal and there's suboptimal, and I feel like suboptimal is what you'd call that. Obviously, don't do it finger tight. Probably don't ugger-dugger it. Yeah, torque wrench it, boy. Whether you're on a Skyline or a Falcon, or even a, I don't know, what else do people drive these days? A Toyota Echo, the BYD. You know, actually, you know what? If you're driving a BYD, disregard tightening anything. Like, in all seriousness, just send it. You'll be right. Yeah, don't listen to me. Anywho, make sure you give the old thumbs up, write a comment, subscribe, do what you need to do to please the algorithm. You pleasing the algorithm helps me, pleases me. Ugh. Yeah. Alright. See ya, boys.